No, I didn't. Percival Q. Smith.
No.
So I think the reason he's only in one ear is because it's so we can hear each other also, maybe? I don't know.
Maybe
It's
it is,
working.
Maybe it's not a bad thing. I mean,
Small victories. Audio's working right now, so...
don't jinx it. Would you like some hemp head lotion?
No,
We'll
I
get it.
get that crap.
Peer
away from
pressure.
me.
He's super focused.
There's
right
no
now.
We're all
cocaine
gonna
in
be
it.
on a different level than
Get
Kyle.
on our level.
Okay.
Hemp. It's what for dinner.
All right. Let's wait for people to get back here.
Okay, should I
Do the recap.
Eli,
finish my
that's-
recap or what are we doing?
What?
Get that out of here. I can hear the tapping in the stream.
I'm not going to be typing much longer.
So I
Eli's
was
a
I was
tapper.
filling in Cleo. Well, really Cleo knows, but Anastasia doesn't exactly know
Anastasia's
all of it.
personality
Right.
side doesn't.
So the body in the road, bare, followed up to the
They didn't-
or mutilated.
Okay.
Yeah, they had like the winding sheets, which so like the organs, some of the soft tissue. We could have gone up the cliff higher. We didn't do that. We went back down to the road, continued on, came to the village. Big party going on, dancing, bonfire, villagers dancing about it, and a goat's head was part of the ceremony. There was blood and milk and this horn. Atif, the headsman, who we talked to later, and then the Daniel Saglio, something like that, who was kind of the shaman. And we let that continue. We didn't interrupt. We didn't shoot all the
Didn't do
cultists. Nothing like that. We just let them. We just let them do their thing.
Okay.
And then Atif, I think, mostly told us about these legends of why they were doing it, because the village was under a curse. This monster was coming and getting into the graves, and bodies were going missing, as well as a young girl. And
A young girl from the grave, or like an actual young girl?
an actual young girl.
Okay.
Yep. And so they told us the story of like this demon prince, the last king, whose one weakness was fire, and he had been doing this kind of thing. And then there was Yathni or Yeshi, but that was the sister. Well, Yathni was the sister.
I have cords
And-
behind me.
The way that in ancient times, in this mythology, that she was defeated by was nailing her to the cliff with iron nails.
So they're thinking that's a demon doing it.
they think it's another one like this sister.
Oh, okay.
Like Yathni.
And that's why they were doing this.
And that's what that was all about.
Okay.
Yep. So there was a couple of women and a man whose bodies had gone missing, as well as from the graveyard, as well as this girl, Hasina, maybe, according to my notes.
That sounds right.
We talked to Ali, who was like her friend or something. It was he was hiding stuff, but we didn't really we didn't try
Push
to beat
the-
him up. We tried to get it out of him, but didn't really have much luck. Kind of got the sense of maybe they were like secretly engaged or something. Like there was something there, but we weren't sure what. And then basically so she had been betrothed to this guy Merle in the next village over, and we got that there was unhappiness or something, according to Ali. So that night we stake out the graveyard, the cemetery, and we're hiding, and it's kind of like teams of two. So it's me and I think it was me and May, and
Yep.
so Cleo and Dr. Underwood were on
Okay.
the other side. And so we see this thing sneaking around like this creepy
Out of the
form.
grave?
Yeah. Well, coming towards the graveyard,
Okay.
presumably to get another body.
Oh.
And so then, at that point, Victoria has this iron bar, this spike that she's according to them, what we're supposed to do is drive the iron spike through its heart. And it's well, I mean, right. Is there really a demon? Is it something else? If it's a person,
After the cave, we've been so careful. After that cave with treasures, after just killing the
reckless.
Red King.
Yeah, right. We're just going, we just stuck with reckless.
The pattern continued because Victoria Cross had a plan.
Yeah,
Has.
always. Maybe not always, but just ask her if you're not sure. So we see this thing, and it's creeping up, and then it keeps going around from where we are towards you guys, and we kind of signal you so you're aware, and you see it. Underwood, no, maybe you open up with your gun on it.
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
got to
think I
roll for
remember
you
that.
and
A little
direct
something.
hit all three of them.
Like bang, bang, bang. Three solid hits.
Did not pull it down.
Yeah. So the thing goes running off. And so
it hit it,
all three times.
but it
Supposedly.
keeps running.
So it runs. And so
It
Victoria
hit her in the leg.
Victoria gives chase, catches up, and just drives that iron spike right through this thing's heart.
This child's
down
heart.
down to the ground. Like nails
to
her
the
right
ground.
to the ground. Yeah. And
Exactly as God intended.
yes. Yes, as requested by the villagers. And so then we bring her back. Some people are a little leery about just like, because we flip her over, and it's like, oh, it's a young lady that's like all dirty and maybe has blood on her and stuff, but it's like just looks
Looks
kind of
like-
like a normal person.
But then her boyfriend wandered over.
Yeah. So then we bring her back despite anybody's,
Despite May just having a head spinning moment.
being a little hesitant about this. No, we're just like, we're going. So we bring
To
the
the
body.
village.
Yep. Because there's people with torches because they heard the gunfire. So they've come. We bring the body, and they're like awesome. They're overjoyed because
Okay.
especially Ali.
Elise over. Oh.
Yeah,
But she's,
which is
and
like
she's dead,
he-
and he's
yeah.
her friend.
so like the puzzle isn't quite working the way we thought it worked.
That's where you come in later.
And so they nail, they
Take pictures.
They
Start
take the
taking
body
pictures.
and nail it to the cliff, just like because it's like, well, maybe
Maybe it's that legend, whatever.
right, maybe maybe when you pull the iron spike out, like
So was
she'll
this
come
the
back
girl
to
that
life.
went missing? Like the actual.
Yes,
Okay.
it was. It was.
So let me chime in here if we're ready. I can tell you what Cleo discovered while interrogating.
So
So
Ali.
after this,
is there anything after this? Nothing. I
you
just-
go and interrogate Ali after they nail this lady to the
you
to
told
the
them
wall,
that you had a hunch and you were going to go have a chat with him.
and you had a chat.
So I'll fill you all in as to what happened with Ali and Cleo. So Cleo last week met up with Ali kind of behind the scenes and had some words with him. I'll spare you the gory details, but the gist of it is he went and met her on her way back from the neighboring village where she had went to meet her fiance and professed his love for her and all this stuff, and they got into an argument, and he hit her over the head thinking that he killed her. So he panicked and he took her body to the city or the town cemetery and buried her with the old woman who had died a few days prior. And that's the information that Cleo was able to coerce out of Ali when he tragically fell and shot himself in the back of the head 3 times.
Okay, when that happens.
But I can tell you as the keeper that this poor innocent girl actually woke up buried face down with this woman thinking that she was this monster. So she did the only thing that she knew how to do to survive, and she ate of the flesh of her village. And
Why did she
instead,
think she was a monster.
because she woke up buried,
So she believed. She
she believed in
She
the
like-
legend so much
Oh.
that she just thought she had to have been reincarnated as this flesh-eating monster.
was crazy, or
Yep.
a monster.
So
Or
in
both.
in
A
Call of
crazy
Cthulhu
monster.
terms, she had a bout of madness that she was unable to come back from. So instead of killing people in the village, she went and took the fresh-ish bodies out of the graves and ate those
Consumed.
instead of having to eat her family and friends.
We English here, okay? We're all doctors.
We English here. I
So
like that.
We left
too.
off last week with the group fleeing the town. I don't know if we'll call it fleeing or not, but hastily
leaving.
I'm gonna turn the camera just a little bit.
We
Hang
made
on.
haste.
Yeah, the camera filming us is over there. So
Oh,
so as
we're
we're,
like turned the
as
other
as
way.
we look at Kyle, our backs to the camera.
Yeah, I thought we're like I didn't even.
Oh, I mean that's fine. People don't. They don't really care as long as these two are in view. Eli. Thanks.
Eli's one
Thanks,
does it
Kyle.
all.
Face made for radio, voice made for print.
English is just a made-up language. So yeah,
Every
that's
language is made up.
the last week we left off. The group was leaving town and they were heading to Shakdara, which is said to be the resting place or where they hope to find the ritual bowls. I believe there's 7 of them.
I thought there was
Sounds
3,
familiar.
but
Oh, there's 3 instruments.
3 ritual bowls, and then we have to craft 2 musical instruments.
Sure.
We have
There's
to retrieve,
however many ritual
yeah,
bowls.
There's 3 bowls up in the mountains.
I'll believe you because I have it written down somewhere too, but I don't know.
You'll believe me because I'm right.
You gotta, if you're gonna talk at them, put the microphone closer to your face.
Okay. Well,
You can turn that and maneuver it a little bit.
it's probably fine.
Be forceful. You don't have to be nice. It's not me.
No comment.
Jeez.
That's
So let me. Where the heck are we?
We didn't regain any luck, did we?
I think I rolled for
So-
your luck and regained it because you're at 88.
Yeah,
Is
we
this the
did.
final?
Mark,
We
Mark,
did.
you're
Yes.
still here, correct?
Yeah, when I regained my luck, I rolled a 1 on a d20.
Yeah, yeah. So,
And then sanity is whatever is the lowest, right?
wife, you can roll a d20 for luck regeneration. I'm
I think
also
I did it
Eli
for her
rolled
last
for me.
time.
So
Yeah.
I'm going to, because of the events of everything that's happened, I would like each of you on the back of your sheets to write -1 3 individual times in one column and +1 one time in another column.
What about sanity? Sanity is that whatever the lowest is, right? We didn't regain any sanity.
No, you guys will never regain sanity. That's not true.
So do we just write that
Additionally,
down?
we're going to do a little Call of Cthulhu leveling up here. I'm going to let you guys add 2 d10s to 2 separate skills. Any skills you so choose.
Can we roll the d10s and then decide?
Yeah.
And a small point. I think that by now, through linguistics, that May probably has picked up a decent amount of Hindi.
Yeah, I would
because it's
agree
been
with that.
months.
Yeah. Why don't you go ahead and put a 10 in your Hindi? I agree. That's a good
Wait.
call.
So we're rolling a d10 for each
For-
of 2 separate abilities,
Correct. Yep.
or we're rolling 2 d10 for each of 2 separate abilities.
2 d10s for 2 separate abilities. So roll
So
2
one-
for each ability.
Oh, 2 for
Okay.
each.
Yep.
Got 9 to put into something.
Mark, don't roll ones.
I'm trying to decide what abilities to use.
Roll the dice and then decide. I'm
I
definitely
think I
going to
should
learn how to
definitely
swim.
put. I should put some into. I think I should put some into animal handling.
For sure.
I will also not restrict you guys on Cthulhu mythos.
I'm gonna hit psychology first.
All right, I got 6 more points on my animal handling
Boom. Man,
out of a possible 20.
Monkey Man is going to be so hyped.
I'm still not great at it, but better than I was before.
And stealth. Ooh, 18 more on that. That's a good one.
That's a nice one.
That's
Does anyone have better than base on their first aid?
I do.
Okay.
I have 50.
I've got 60
Okay, I'm not going to waste it there then.
skills.
I already can't shoot a gun. Should I be able to not shoot a gun just a little bit better?
You never know when you're going to need that extra one.
It's actually 9 for the other one that I get to use.
The amount of the miss does matter because then you can use luck. But whatever. What I like calligraphy too. Yeah.
It's a very useful skill. It's good. It will come in handy in this campaign.
What have you
I
used?
assure you.
What have you used?
I put some into occult because that seems like a thing I should study. Because I'm a know-it-all, so I definitely study that too. So that's up to 16. I got 9 more I can put into something.
I think I'm going to put some into my rifle shotgun. I wasn't gonna, but I feel like I've been hanging around with Victoria Cross a lot.
Yep.
Who does...
And she will tell you when you're holding it wrong.
Oh my God! Yeah, I gained 17 points in that.
Ooh,
Nice.
that's a spicy one.
Do we round down
Well,
for the second number?
Victoria Cross is.
Round up.
What do you mean round up?
Oh, Anastasia was asking about rounding up
Oh,
or down
okay.
for numbers.
Yeah. Yeah. He was just okay with a rifle before, but Victoria Cross
How is everybody on
sets
Natural
a high
World?
bar.
10,
Huh?
At what?
Natural World.
10.
I have a super high natural world. Just in case you were thinking nobody had it.
Okay.
I have a 70 in natural world. So.
Ooh, that's solid. Yeah.
I also have a 70 in navigate, but we haven't had to use that yet.
Fair. That's fair. Navigates
Not getting lost in the desert is helpful. So I think that's a
We got
Yeah.
That's a
intimidated
grand
up to
skill.
you guys
77.
were smart enough to hire not a child to navigate you through the desert.
But I might have been able to do it anyway.
You probably, to be honest, yeah. So once you guys finish up with the skill stuff, we'll do our introductions and then we'll get rolling into the event.
All right. I'm gonna put it in the combat skills so I can shoot 9 points better.
perfect.
Seems like a good use.
Handgun or rifle?
Handgun. Well,
Yeah, either way.
I can't imagine Dr. May holding a shotgun. The
I almost
picture
put-
does not come into my brain.
I almost put my skill into climb, but we didn't really have a very challenging climb. Magic Man took care of that.
Does anybody
Yeah,
else
you
have
did.
track besides me?
I do not.
Track?
45. On
What does a photographer? Oh no, actually that might make sense.
You know,
You
You're-
might need a
you're the
better cover
tracker.
story. Because you're so bad with your camera.
I'm great.
you forgot to
Just
take your
haven't
lens
developed
cap.
the pictures yet.
You took pictures of your eyeball last week.
How can they prove that you're not? Like, it's the perfect
not
cover.
developed. You
yeah,
can't
it's
see
like,
it.
Click.
Yeah.
It's still got the
You didn't
plastic
even
over
push
the lens.
Yeah.
You're not a professional photographer. Back off. That's all
Well,
you
I
gotta
mean,
say.
you've taken so many pictures. By now, you should be actually a little better at it.
Kyle, she should get some just basic
I have basic.
skill. Just like I learned Hindi.
25.
Basic.
Dice Gabo says once the skills wrap up, the horror and death around every corner commences. Yep,
That's right.
that's exactly.
Final call.
I have
That is
17 to put
jump.
into something. Should I put it
Jump.
into track or is it stupid?
Put it into something
the
fun.
reality-
I like
though,
track.
is
I
that
do like
it's-
track.
It's the horror that dies
I can
because
put it into spot
Victoria
hidden, but I
Cross
get
just
to
shoots
reroll
it.
one.
That's
Yep.
true. Victoria Cross does just come and blast him.
I mean, but to be clear, I don't just shoot it. Sometimes I stab it through the heart with an iron spike.
yeah, that's fair.
Well,
Diversify.
I mean, you get, diversity
Track.
is exactly right.
You're an
You think-
equal
I think that makes
opportunity
sense.
Yeah.
murderer, life remover.
So my intimidate went up. My intimidate went up to 77 now.
You're one hell of an intimidating photographizer. So, welcome to the stream, everybody. I am Kyle. I am the keeper of arcane lore and a Call of Cthulhu sex icon.
One of those things is true.
To my immediate left here, we have Eli, otherwise known as Elijah Lutgens, who will be playing May.
Is this where I introduce myself?
Yes. Tell us a little bit about yourself and May.
Dr. May's the smartest female in China, and I say that half jokingly, but not really, because she's the first person to ever graduate from college in China. So,
First woman, not
yes,
person.
women are real people, Kyle. Thank you.
Whoa.
I'm living out my dream, traveling all over hunting things, fighting things, the family business.
To his left, or her left, we have Jeff, who is sitting closest to the camera on that side of the table, playing Dr. Victoria Cross.
That's right. Dr. Victoria Cross is a woman of action, professor from Bennett College, I believe, back in the States. She grew up in Mumbai, British parents with the Foreign Service, and yeah, she is a decisive woman of action.
She is a badass.
And across the table from Victoria Cross, we have Cleopatra, played by Anastasia.
Yep, my character's name is Cleopatra, or Clea. My friends call me Cleo. I am a photographer from Istanbul, Turkey.
Don't forget the wink.
Well,
Photographer.
Just wink at the camera, Anastasia. Cleo.
my father used to be a diplomat, so I kind of traveled a lot. I spent a lot of time in the United States, so I'm very well-rounded, perfectionist also, so...
Also not in camera tonight due to illness. Mark has a cold. He will be tuned in via telephone. Mark is playing, and I cannot remember your character's name, so have at it.
I'm playing Dr. Glenn Underwood. I'm an archaeologist. I have a animal companion, a monkey named Magic Man, and I've only been out of my doctoral program for a few years, and so I'm very excited to be traveling the world and being able to do more things. So this is exciting and a little weird.
Yeah, it's a big leap for just being out of school. Yeah.
Irie.
So, with the introductions done, we are going to set off. So last week the group did some murdering / crime solving.
Problem solving is what
I
we
don't
would
think it was
prefer to
murdering.
call
I
it.
think it was
Decided
cleaning up.
to leave the town in the middle of the night just to be safe and get ahead of everything.
To make good time.
And we're going to redline it to Shakdara.
And Shaktara is...
There's nothing exciting that happens from here to there. Shakdara, India. It's not a lot further than where you guys ended up or started.
We were going.
So, approaching Shakdara, you find yourselves in a small village overlooked by a British fort, with a fortified picket atop Damkut Hill. The most distant British garrison in Swat. Shakdara is surrounded by evidence of the past. As such, is a frequent haunt of archaeologists, surveyors, and religious pilgrims. Have any of you done anything negative towards the British Empire? I don't remember. We don't have any. Nobody has any negative.
I don't think so.
Okay, wonderful.
Only Rat Kings. Queen.
I mean, Victoria is Victoria is British. She lives in the States.
Yeah, yeah.
She would never do anything to offend the Queen.
So Tenzin informs you that this is where we shall look for the stupa. This is the site in which a what is the word I'm looking for?
We're looking for a ritual bowl.
Yeah, it's a site where the ritual bowls were said to have been buried, but there is I can't find the word for it.
Then make one up.
A spring.
So a place with a bunch of archaeological dig sites. I mean, this
Yeah, it's like your heaven.
Dr. Underwood is a kid in a candy store right now.
Yeah. Do any of you actually no? Let's go history or Buddhism or occult roles for you guys.
I have all
We're gonna
three of
roll
those
my
skills.
history.
Start off with one of those out of you.
I passed history.
I also passed history.
Do you want me to roll the other two also? 'Cause I do have all three of those skills.
I want you to.
Yeah, do it. Why not? Don't fail any of them.
Okay, that one also passed.
All right.
Just gonna stop rolling dice now.
Here, I'll roll for you then. Ooh, 33. So May is going to be the leading expert in this area.
Great. I got the deets, guys.
And I'm pretty sure that May definitely read the stuff that she should have before we started and memorized it.
You didn't give me anything about Shaktadara, Kyle. I mean,
Let me
it's just in
see
my
what you got.
research
We're
notes.
looking for. Hang on. Let me just see if I actually gave that to you now.
This is what you gave me.
Nope, that's not the right one.
I know because I read all 3 of these sheets of paper. I even took notes because I'm a good researcher. But then you said Shaktadara, and I was
So
like,
this
is not a shot
this
in
is the
dark.
place where the guru was buried.
Is this an active British fort? Like there's.
It is. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So I'm going to leave you guys to the small town. You have to figure out where this burial ground is. The village is at your disposal. It is not very big.
And I don't just know where the burial ground is from my research.
Nobody does.
Well,
Oh, that's what
based
we're.
on this was a village that's like how old?
This
Before it
village
was
is
garrisoned?
7th century Common Era.
So I suppose I'm just gonna like maybe I know some things about the way that these types of communities were typically laid out, like where they would typically put their burial sites.
I also think we did have some stuff. Like
So
I don't know.
Would this be a hidden burial ground? Is that a thing? Or is it just lost?
both. So Mark, give me let's see here.
I've got history, I've got archaeology, I've got
Let's go with your history roll.
okay. I was one off for my extreme.
Ooh. So you got a hard though.
Yeah.
So you are pretty sure, just based on your general knowledge of like archaeology stuff, you think that perhaps if you could acquire a copy of the Wandering Monk's writings, that would be significantly helpful in this process.
I think we should go to the library. Is there a library
where's
here?
our monk?
Tennis? Tanis?
Tenzin's with you guys.
Tenzin.
I'm going to let Mark handle this. I don't know. This is Mark. So a doctor archaeologist he's the one that's coming up with this in his brain. So I'm going to let him do what he can do and say what he wants.
What did you say? called it?
You need to find the writings of the Wandering Monk. That is the guru.
Okay, so I think if we can find some writings of the Wandering Monk, that's going to help us figure out where the burial site is. So if there's any sort of library or any sort of temple,
Archives
I suppose.
or something?
Yeah,
So
in the community.
the village that you guys are in is it's not that cool. So there are vendors set up that have pillaged these archaeological sites, and they are selling their findings. So your probably avenue for research
Is there a
here is
temple?
there is a temple, yes.
I feel like we should go there. Don't they don't they have books, or like don't they keep track of people dying? And
Well, even if they don't, there could be somebody that has heard of it before.
but you know how
So-
like temples might keep lists.
Or they could be.
You can take some good pictures there.
Perhaps these writings have been stolen or plundered and are for sale even now on the street.
That's very possible.
It's also possible that the British have gotten it.
So you guys are you all. I should also point out too that you're all pretty confident that these writings have been redone. So you could probably find replicas at less reputable vendors. They might not
Okay.
be exact replicas, but they might pass.
Dr. Underwood, where do you want to go first? Do you want to go first to the temple, or should we just walk
I
around?
think let's try the local vendors first, and just see if we can get a lead. And if that seems to be no good, then we can go to the temple. I think the temple, if it was there, it would be there no matter what. If it's with vendors,
Lunch
that's probably
break
a little.
and stuff.
Yeah, it's probably a little less. I mean, they could get moved around, So I think we should go there first.
You know what, guys?
Yes.
If you want to look at the handouts that you currently have, look at Gates number 1.
Is that one of our stuff? Like things or no?
This is all stuff you do not have yet.
Oh, this might be an important time to remind you that one of my talents is that I have a photographic memory.
It's okay. I have a camera if you don't.
The photographic memory, does it help you recall writings also, do you know? Or is
Like
it
half
just
the
for
time.
like visual specific things?
I don't recall what.
So you guys actually have this information. So Jeff, if you can't find it, just I'll read it to
I
you.
think we did. Yeah, we had something.
Gates number 1.
That's
what
it.
you said?
Yep. Last paragraph there.
Despite having long been assumed dead during his wanderings, the well-traveled holyman actually died in 664 CE. His ashes are interred in a brick pagoda in the Singchao Temple, 12 miles, that's 19 kilometers, to the southeast of central Siam.
So this is the stupa that it is referencing.
Shall we go to the temple?
Yeah, let's absolutely go to the temple then if we know that. I looked at the thing, by the way, for photographic memory. It says, can remember many details and I gain a bonus die when making no rolls.
Okay, excellent.
So, I mean, I would imagine there's a certain amount of broadness to it, but that's
So,
what it says.
19 kilometers is quite far. How long that travel?
What is that? A 2.5 hour walk? 3 hour walk?
That's gonna be probably more than that.
Well, we better get moving. Is there a better way to travel? 12 miles.
What's the terrain like? Is it
Camels?
it looks like it's.
there's a lot of
rough.
It's a lot of farmland here actually.
Oh. I mean, what time of the day is it now?
We'll call it early.
Did we travel here on something? Didn't we travel on
Caravan and.
the,
We had a
the
wagon.
caravan center?
So
Caravan
there
center.
are there's a lot of resources available to you guys here. There are a lot of pilgrims coming and going. There's a lot of archaeologists. If there's somebody you think you want to talk to, they probably exist here.
They
So
have a caravan center.
they do not have a caravan center.
Okay.
Well, let's hitch a wagon or some mules and get rolling.
We could get fresh mules. Probably. I would assume ours are quite tired from the travel.
I'll flag. I guess I'll look around for a mule guy. I don't know. What other forms of transportation are around us when we're looking around for?
Horses, probably.
There's horses, donkeys.
Donkeys sound like fun. So many great picture opportunities.
Because of the little furry asses.
Yeah.
I guess I'll flag down the donkey guy and get us some donkeys.
Caramart.
Yes.
Caramart.
That's Dice Gabo. You guys can acquire a couple donkeys if you want for the small price of 1 sterling silver.
Okay. I don't remember what my money thing is.
Or 10,000 rupees.
Yeah, I've got.
Yeah.
Of course, no problem.
The king's money is what's good here. So I need a navigate roll for you guys to figure out what exactly is 12 miles southeast of the center of Cyan/Shakdara.
I passed.
Past regular, hard, or extreme.
I'm 6 away from my hard. I rolled a
That's
41. My hard is a 35.
All right. So yeah, you guys you make pretty good time. You get to approximately 12 miles from the center of Shakdara, Cyan. And you see in these fields that are around you, what you don't see a pagoda anywhere or a temple. You see large mounds that have trees and shrubs and stuff growing on them, and they've been farmed around, so they're not farmed over.
I would like to go and trek around there.
Microphone.
I would like to go around and trek over there. It's really confusing to look there, and
You can pull it closer to your face.
Anastasia, you have 2 eyeballs.
they don't go that way.
1 second.
I don't know. I'm confused.
So am I. I just learned to live with it.
More. I'm doing that so you can talk at me.
Ah, genius. Thank you.
Just scoot out of the angle of it.
That's why you have a husband.
All right.
Yep, thank you.
What are men good for?
I would like to go and trek around there.
So, is it Underwood? Is leading this.
Yep.
So I'm going to let Underwood decide what you
Okay.
guys are doing first.
Well,
Yeah.
I am signaling my readiness to trek around there
Your
because I can
eagerness
trek.
to go pounce on the hills.
Yes,
Are you
because
do-
I'm like,
Are you doing hand signals?
picture time.
You're really
Yeah,
in
I mean,
character.
let's go investigate these. I mean, this definitely seems like a little. There could be something there.
So, Mark, give me a navigate roll, and just don't roll a 99 or a 100.
Easy.
Okay, well, I rolled a 46, which is
Okay.
also a pass on
All
my
right.
ability.
Perfect. So, you approach the first mound, and immediately Tenzin starts. He pulls out his prayer beads and he starts, fondling them and chanting a prayer as he's walking around this circle.
We hit the spot.
Is this a Buddhist thing?
So it's a tree-covered mound, which is apparently marking the site of Adandir Stupa. It rises from the surrounding cultivated land. The stupa is hidden from view beneath the shrubs and grasses. The broad base of the valley slopes gently towards the mound, indicating that the fields may have once been the site of a lake, although there is absolutely no sign of it now. So, as I said, Tenzing approaches the base of the mound with great reverence, and he begins to walk around it, counterclockwise, chanting a prayer and counting off the mala beads as he goes. After 3 complete circuits of the stupa, he clambers onto the mound to investigate it further. What would the group like to do about this?
I would like to take some good pictures of him around. and
Roll
on
your
the wall.
photography, please.
So is he doing a Buddhist prayer? Because then I would have a general idea of what the heck he's
I
doing.
really failed. 91.
You trip and fall onto your camera a little
On
bit.
my
You-
face.
You try to pull it out of your pouch, and the strap gets caught on your belt, and yeah.
Not again?
So you recognize the prayer as a prayer to the holiest of holies.
So, I mean, I would be interested in kind of following his path and looking at what's in the.
So he's gonna climb up there with you behind him, and he's going to go sit directly on the top and sit down crisscross applesauce and begin to pray.
Okay. But so any of the things that he passes, there's nothing obviously.
So this mound is not like we're talking. It's like maybe 12 feet tall and 15 feet around in total. It's not a real big it's whatever was here before was relatively simple. So it's not a real big thing.
And we don't see
Well-
an actual temple. of
There
any
no
kind.
there's this. It looks like maybe at some point in time this was one of those cool little prayer places, but currently it's just kind of been reclaimed by time.
Okay. Well, I was gonna look for evidence of maybe that this got that this mound got, built or shoveled up there,
Why don't you roll your archaeology for me?
Passed my hard.
All right, so you recognize the telltale signs of somebody invasive, but there's holes dug periodically in places. It looks maybe like it's a couple months old.
Okay.
So Tenzin, while you're doing that, is going to finish up his praying. And he's going to pull out this cool little like stone mirror out of his vestments. Who here has the highest power?
60.
I have a
60.
70.
70.
Which one of you two would like this mirror? Because he's going to ask you, please join me on top of the mound.
May, you can take the mirror.
I was just gonna motion for you to take the mirror.
I would really
You
like.
try, what do you, I don't. I have a monkey that might want to play with the mirror.
True, and I do have a fascination with this, so I'll take the mirror and go sit with the monk. Is that what Tenzin is? A monk?
You're not
Yeah.
sitting. He's going to hand you this mirror.
Oh, I'm not gonna sit. Okay.
This is the Mi Long is what it is called.
Okay, I'm looking in the mirror and I'm trying to figure out what the heck I'm doing.
So please hold the stone mirror at face height directly out from you, but slightly to one side. So when you look back
Pretty.
into it, you can see over your left shoulder. Now close your eyes,
Still pretty.
take a deep breath, and think of the sound of gently lapping water.
Yep, doing that.
Please make a power roll.
Is
Oh, good
Stanton
Lord.
telling her to do all that?
Yep.
Okay.
It's very serene. Pass, regular. Close to a hard pass, but regular.
Once your mind is fixed, you can open your eyes. When you do, in the reflection of the mirror, you see a broad, glittering lake reflected in the mirror.
Guys, there's a lake in the mirror.
Well, I mean,
Interesting.
Okay, I'm gonna move it around and see what do I see?
You see a beautiful, glittering lake in the mirror.
Tenzin.
I would
There used
like
to be a lake here.
Walk behind the mirror, like around the mountain, and see if I can see it.
So you're just walking behind me.
Yeah.
Here, look. Hold it up a little bit higher for
You
you.
see, if you're looking in the mirror, all you see is the fields and
No.
So
Fields
there-
of gold.
it's just a
So
lake.
none of us see the.
none of us
see the lake
none of
except
us can none of you can see the lake that May is talking about.
Okay, so I only see a lake. Do I see anything in the lake, around the lake? When I move it around, do I see...
Nope, a beautiful, glistening lake, glittering sun.
I'm going to take a picture of the mirror and later see if it shows.
All right,
us.
roll your photography.
It's quite beautiful.
This is the same exact number I rolled before.
So what happened this time?
91 twice in a row. They're cursed. I need new dice.
Guys, I think the spring that we were looking for was right behind us.
This time?
Bring me your pea-colored dice so you can have my elder dice.
Should I?
I really love the fact that you're so bad at your cover. Like, I just love it.
Just ask yourself, would an idiot do it?
Yeah. Just don't do that thing. Thank you.
Treat these dice
The
nice.
thing is, you took all my dice and put them like in a thing, and I don't even know where it's at now.
So May, what are you doing? Well,
So I did the whole looking around and didn't see anything. So Tenzin, I think this fountain spring thing that we were looking for used to be right here.
you're in fact standing on it.
Fantastic. What can you tell me about it?
There's nothing to tell. This is where the ritual bowls are buried.
Are they going to be anywhere around it? Do we just start digging holes? Like, that's what we're looking for.
I need you to tell me what you're doing with this mirror. Are you
I
still
mean-
holding it up? Are you putting it away?
Hand it back
Why
to
don't you
Tenzin.
Why don't you look at your feet with it?
Yeah. Well, I move around. I'm gonna.
So you
So
can
as
see-
soon as it gets below your eyes at any point or up above, please lose 1 sanity. And the image clears.
Oh, so it's back to me. Okay. Does anyone else want to try?
I
You'll
encourage all of you to try this.
I'll
So
try it.
take
This mirror has the ability to show you what once was.
I'll try it.
So
well,
take the mirror, hold it at eye height, straight out,
Okay.
make a power roll.
envision the spring behind you.
Past my hard.
So clear your mind, think of lapping water. You open your eyes and you see the glittering lake behind you.
Looking in the mirror, right?
Yep.
Okay.
And when you put the mirror down, please lose 1 sanity.
I'm not putting it down yet.
Well, when you do, lose 1 sanity.
Okay. I'll lose it right away so I don't forget. But
I encourage all of you to possibly lose sanity.
so if I turn around with it, I see lake all around.
If you
me.
turn your body at all, the image just goes away out of the mirror.
Oh, I can't turn any. Like I can't.
You can move the mirror a little bit. You can tilt it and stuff a little. If you move it away from eye height or you turn, beep, image is gone. You just see the...
So what? It's the same time of the day. Like it seems like, right?
Yep.
It's just, and it's lapping, or is it quiet?
It's quiet. There's no sound.
So if I grab a rock and try to throw it behind me, does it make a splash in the behind me in the image?
No.
So nothing like
As soon as you move to grab a rock or anything, the image goes away.
that. I'm gonna ask somebody to give me a rock. Thank you.
As soon as you do, the image goes away.
I do that, and the image goes away.
Yep.
So are we supposed to start digging?
So how are you guys feeling right now? I mean, because we certainly don't see what you saw.
Well, did you look in the mirror, Dr. Underwood, and
So-
go to your serene
Yeah, I
place?
didn't see the lake. I didn't see the lake that you saw.
It is there.
That's what we saw.
Well, mind if I give it a try?
Go ahead.
So I have advantage on this. I'm made regular.
Perfect. You same thing. You look into the mirror, you clear your mind, you envision the lapping water. Please lose a sanity. So how
Yes,
this
there
works?
it is, plain as day.
So how this
Right.
mirror works is you need to, at a historical site or something where an historical event has happened, you need to clear your mind and think only thoughts of that time, place, or event. And once you open them, the mirror should show you what happened.
Is that Tansen telling us?
Yes.
Well, we
There is a
quite
cost.
mystical, doesn't
There
it?
is a cost to this. It wears on your mind.
What if we think about the time the monk buried the ball? And it's possibly in the direction.
If this was a lake, then
Poss-
where would the temple have been that he was buried in?
we're standing
On
it.
the edge of the lake where you're at.
So under this mound, does it look like there was a temple underneath all this dirt?
Yep.
So do we have to keep the mirror on the mound, or can we take it and look somewhere else? Like, can we get off the mound with the mirror and do it again?
Oh,
And
look where the temple is
on
supposed to
on
be.
this temple spot. Yeah.
You most certainly can.
May I try that?
Sure.
Power again?
Roll your power.
As long as I don't have to take a picture.
So tell me what you're thinking of.
Let's go, Cleo.
I'm thinking of the monk burying the balls there. Definitely passed. Hard.
So which monk are you thinking of?
The one that we read about.
Guru? Yeah, the wandering monk.
So you get kind of a distorted image of what appears to be a monk sitting atop the pagoda that was there in prayer.
Okay, so the pagoda is there in the image.
Mm-hmm.
What's a pagoda?
It's like a
It's like an altar, kind of.
Okay.
And this is where he was So he was buried in the pagoda, made out of brick. Is that what you're seeing?
Is that
His
what I'm seeing?
ashes. His ashes were placed there.
So I'm seeing him praying.
Mm-hmm.
Am I seeing bowls in the ritual of praying?
You are not.
Well, perhaps you could point out to where exactly this pagoda is.
Is that in the middle of that? Like, how big is that mound?
Smack on the top of the mound. It looks like maybe they buried him on the stone and covered it with dirt.
So
Nice.
buried
Based
him.
off of where he's sitting. Based off of what you guys know of the traditions and stuff.
Okay, so
So they would have buried the ritual bowls with his
him,
urn.
That was my next question. Okay,
Dr. Underwood seems like this is right up his alley.
this is right in the middle of the hill or mound.
Yeah, let's start digging.
So where
Respectfully,
where you decide is the best spot to start
Am
digging
I-
it happens to be a spot that has been disturbed. You recognize the signs immediately.
am I losing it at the sanity?
You
or-
are.
Yeah, I'm just gonna start working on digging.
So you want to give me a natural world roll while you're doing that?
Can we all help dig?
Past my hard.
So you recognize you're for sure, like you're 100% positive that this is for sure the location of a natural spring. So you're definitely on it. So clearing
Okay.
of the greenery and stuff takes a little bit of time. You get through the rubble and soil. As you're digging in, you can confirm that somebody has already been here. The dirt is dug up. While you're digging, you find a white handkerchief with a hand-stitched monogram RFM on it. Continuing to dig,
Was that last letter M as in monkey or N?
monkey.
RFM.
Randall Foxtrot Michael. I don't know. That worked, right?
That does.
Further digging reveals a square-cut recess in the base of the stupa where something was obviously secreted. There are traces of staining in the mud bricks from what were probably the metal bands wrapped around a box of some sort.
But it's not there. It's just marks of it. Marks of those
Correct.
bands. So we've been had.
Well, somebody got here first, obviously.
Do those initials match anyone we've been called to help with? I mean, what was the character that was such an odd duck?
What's that other archaeologist from the site?
Right.
The chat thinks it's Real Funky Monkey, so they think you
What?
should be looking at the...
Dr. Wagner was the one that we
Or Monk.
originally worked with.
Wagner. So none of this meshes.
Yes, does this ring a bell to anyone?
RFM.
Mark, if you would like to give me an extreme archaeology roll.
Extreme archaeology.
Yep, I need you to pass your extreme.
Ooh. Let me just look at my. I can't really read my sheet very well, so I gotta. So I'm 3 off of my extreme. I can.
I'm gonna make you
Luck?
I'm gonna make you save your luck on this one.
Okay.
You don't have to worry about it. We'll figure this out eventually. You're pretty sure that you recognize that, but you're not sure exactly the name that goes with it.
Well, no doubt this scoundrel went through the same town we did. So.
And beat us to the punch.
Well, if this is a famous archaeologist that Dr. Underwood knows, maybe we could go ask some questions.
Somebody that
I
knows what
think
they're
so.
doing.
They'll remember.
No,
something.
nobody said it was a famous archaeologist that Dr. Underwood knows.
No,
I
but
thought you said he
it's-
recognized the name.
I said that. I
Yeah.
don't know if he said
But
anything.
it should be somebody that knows what they're doing, somebody related to the field. I would assume.
Yeah, I
Well-
vaguely, I have ideas, but I'm just not certain. And so I just want to be clear: the thing that we found, like we think that this could have housed all the bowls.
The square recess.
Yeah. I mean, do we think it's that big?
Yeah, it appears like it would hold those bowls.
Okay.
If you'd like to ask Tenzin, he can tell you the largest bowl was about 12 inches, and they went smaller from there. So
Okay.
Does he recognize the initials at all? I assume he doesn't, Tenzin.
no, he's got no clue.
I suppose he's meditated for a while.
Thousand years off.
Is there a chance someone's off peddling these ritual bowls for sale somewhere? Is
There
that
is.
intrinsic value?
So if you guys care at all to talk to anybody around, there are farmers, there's like farmhands and stuff in the fields around here. You can most certainly talk to people if you guys would like to.
Most definitely.
Yes, of course.
See who came around.
Oof. Yeah. Pick one. Lowly farmer
That one.
playing with his oxen. Who wants to do the talking?
Speaks Hindi, or does he speak other languages?
They speak
Point.
Hindi, yep.
Do I speak?
You or me, May?
You speak it better than I do.
Excuse me, sir.
So this small Indian man just covered in just farm shit. Looks a little bit amused to see the four of you out here, five of you.
Well, the Lord's blessings upon you.
Which Lord?
All of them. All that you care for.
Oh, very kind of you. Very kind of you. What can I do for you fine folks? What brings you out here?
We're in pursuit of, well, it's a bit of a spiritual quest, I suppose you would say, a pilgrimage of sorts, and we're concerned that there's some scoundrel absconded with important religious item. I don't suppose you've seen anyone of late, quite likely Caucasian or English, searching about up there on the hill and digging, perhaps paid some people to help dig, or did it on their own?
Not too long ago, right?
There was a man here. An English man was digging in the mound maybe 3 or 4 months ago, but he was just one more in a long line of people hunting for stuff in these mounds. He did leave in a kind of a hurry, though.
And did he have any local guide with him? Did he have anyone you recognized along?
He did. He had an Indian man with him, but I did not recognize him.
Ask what
He could have
looked
been
like.
somebody from the Indian Civil Service, maybe.
Ask what he looked like, that British man.
If who looked like?
The British man that was digging. Or
Could you describe him? Sandy haired, or dark, or mustache?
It's been too long. I just remember that he was white.
Quite. Well, you've been more than helpful. Could I make a quite donation in your name, or perhaps a coin to thank you?
Oh, most certainly.
So I'll give
He'll put his hand up. Yeah, he's
give him
quite
a bit of
excited.
silver.
Very excited.
Well, if you think of anything more, it would be greatly appreciated.
I know maybe check at the fort or with one of the guards. They have to issue permits for this stuff, so maybe they would know.
we have a permit.
Excellent. That's just exactly
I
what
guess I don't
needed.
understand this, so
Do we have a permit?
Yeah, and
We got it at
I'm
the caravan center.
faithfully translating for the others.
No. While you talk, I translate. How about
There you
that?
go,
There
there
we
you
go.
okay.
I have a
Roll your
Ron
language
Swanson
skills.
permit.
Let's see how well you understand.
You have a what?
I passed.
I have a Ron Swanson permit. It's just a piece of paper that says I can do what I want.
That's probably passable at this time. All right, so is there anything else you guys would like to do here? Tenzin is in tow. He'll go wherever you guys so choose.
Back to the fort, I believe.
Yes, so we can talk to.
So you want to head up to Damkat Hill?
Yes, is that what?
So yeah, you get to the base of the hill, and there's immediately British sentries there. Sentries there. You can talk to them if you want.
I kept the handkerchief, by the way.
Okay, perfect. I assumed so. I guess I shouldn't. do that.
We put the dirt back in the hole, right?
Whatever the archaeologist decided was right, that's what you did.
Yeah, I mean, we don't
We're
need
not
to
savages.
desecrate this. Like, yeah, we didn't really discover anything, so.
So yeah, you guys walk up. There's 2 sentries there. They look at you, a little puzzled.
Ah, yes.
And in the King's English, they say, "Is there something we can help you with?"
Yes, could we speak to the captain? We have some important information from the consulate.
Captain is in town someplace, so
Is there a lieutenant about?
you're looking at him.
Oh, excellent. There was a recent a few months ago an expedition to a local site, and we'll have some questions about it.
So just looking at this guy, you can kind of tell he's a little impatient with you. Like he's giving off the hurry the fuck up vibe. Like
His initials were RFM. Does that ring a bell?
no,
Do you keep a track of who comes and goes with their permits and
A
such?
log.
Yeah.
no, we do not. We accept cash as payment to proceed and remove things.
And
So
who
if
best
you would
should we
like
talk
to if you would like to roll charm or persuade,
I'll do my persuade.
I don't think intimidate is a good idea at the fort.
I could spend 4 luck and succeed.
it
I
might
would
be
need to
worth
spend
it.
more luck than that.
Oh.
But yeah, I've got luck. I can spend. I will spend it.
So he's gonna kind of give you, I think I know the man you're talking about. His name was Moore something. I don't remember much else.
Was he an archaeologist?
I mean, he dug a hole and took things, so I would assume.
How long ago was it?
I don't know.
I think
Few
the
months
farmer
ago.
said a few months
Might your
ago.
captain be of more assistance?
No, he won't know any more than I do.
And do you know where he was taking these bulls?
My guess would be to the library in Peshawar, maybe.
Seems a reasonable guess.
I know he rents them, or these people rent them out or sell them. So there's whatever you're looking for, there's a very good chance it's gone.
Anyone else have any questions?
I don't think so. But
Can you think of anything else that might help us locate him?
Leaving.
Perfect. You've been a great deal of assistance, and I also give him a coin.
He won't take it.
Very good. Well, have a lovely day.
You as well. Safe travels.
So I have a question. Do we have a permit?
You're not asking the.
No, not him. Once we leave.
Oh, he didn't remove anything. Sounds like you only need to.
I'm just
Hey.
curious. I didn't know about the permit.
So you got the vibe that when he said permit,
It's a bribe.
yeah,
Ah,
it's a permit to whoever you're talking to.
I see.
So if they'd stumbled across us, we would have bought our permit on site.
All right. Should we go to the library?
In Peshawar, I like libraries.
You all probably do. All 3 of you.
We are a bookie bunch.
Yeah.
Perhaps the night here, or is the day still young? I don't know how far it is to Peshawar.
It's not real far. It's like 12 miles or so.
19 kilometers. Excellent.
We're on donkeys, right? So
Yeah. Is there anything else you guys would like to do here?
I can't think of anything.
So,
I mean, there's nothing else here that makes any sense to.
I mean, you can
Investigate.
go poke around these other burial grounds, but I can tell you right now that Tenzin is not gonna be happy about it.
All right, well,
I mean, we're not there for that. Like,
I'm not gonna lie that's disappointing to me, but I'll.
Well, perhaps we could just check quickly in the bazaar, see if there's anyone likely guide or anyone that dealt with him. So perhaps we could split up and just ask a few questions and gather back here in 15 minutes if we don't find anything.
Not a bad idea.
Could he have stayed at the inn in town here?
Ah, yes, good. Check there, and So we're just gonna do a real quick asking about Mr. Moore.
One of you give me a. Let's see here. Give me a luck roll. One of you.
Whose luck is?
Hang on, I'm going to decide. Eli.
Okay. Am I feeling lucky? A very good pass.
All right. So May does find out that this British gentleman that you guys are looking for did travel with a member of the Indian Civil Service.
When I was at the inn, the innkeeper told me he traveled with the British service.
Indian Civil Service.
Correction, Indian Civil Service. Sorry, the British soldier on my mind.
Archaeologist. Traveled with Indian Civil Service.
Did you get a name?
No. I was sly.
All right, and we're setting off for Peshawar. Nestled in a valley to the eastern end of the Khyber Pass, Peshawar is one of the most ancient cities in the region, and certainly the oldest still in operation. Many empires have made their headquarters here, and the kingdom of Gandhar included. Oh, let's see here. Some history you guys don't really need to know about. So, yeah, where do you guys want to go? You're here. It's a long, skinny town. It's got a railway. It's got...
Is there a museum, a place people sell trinkets, rent trinkets?
There is a
Library?
bazaar. There is a library. There is a museum.
We're told library maybe, but
Well, library for studying. I suppose if this fellow took these, he's probably at the bazaar or the museum. What's a bazaar again?
It's like a
Market.
trip market, yeah.
I think we should start with the museum, but that's just... I'm not an archaeologist.
So, do we feel like this individual would have sold
Very.
the bulls?
Indian Civil
I mean,
Service. What is
could have rented it out. We're told also.
People rent them, they sell them, so you guys have to
So
decide.
why did he say library? Because do they rent them out to libraries?
If I said library, I meant museum.
Oh, okay.
Well, if they rent them and sell them, I think the place to look would be the market where they rent and sell these sorts of things and just start inquiring of Mr. Moore.
So, your archaeologist can tell you that they rent to museums and they sell at bazaars.
Well, I mean, I would rather go to the museum, but that's just me.
Well, if they rent them to museums, then I second Dr. Underwood.
Yeah, let's start there.
I forget there's 3 doctors, so must specify the doctor.
So we're starting at the museum?
Yes.
Museum?
Mm-hmm.
I'm in for the museum, yeah.
Yeah. So who's leading the way?
Oh, I'm happy to lead the way.
All right. Well, that's a problem because you're not here. So I'm going to give the map to Jeff of the museum. So
Oh,
you guys
okay.
enter the museum. It is 10 rupees to enter. Donation. It's not required.
That's nothing.
This
Perfect.
museum May has some annoying information. It was originally built in 1905 as a Victorian memorial hall. The red and yellow brick premises formerly became the home of the Peshawar Museum in 1906. It is famed for its Gandaharan art collection. The museum falls under the honorary curatorship of the superintendent of the ASI for the Frontier Circle, to which the Northwest Frontier provinces belong. Get that?
Yep.
May just had this cool information
That
about the
sounds
museum
so
for some
boring.
reason.
I don't think it's boring.
I mean, it is exciting for you.
Sikh policeman hovering near the door. I would like all of you to roll me spot hiddens, please. So those of you that passed, you see small gaggles of urchins peeking around the corners of buildings, obviously waiting for the...
Hoodlum hooligans. Okay.
Once you head inside the museum, it is a haven of peace and tranquility. Beautiful. 18 on your map. Painted a gleaming white, visitors can see the second floor galleries, which is 17 on the map there, as well as catch glimpses of the side galleries, 4 on the map, on the first floor. Several Westerners and a few pilgrims meander through the exhibits. One young woman has brought a folding stool with and sits on it while sketching one of the larger statues. So you guys have free reign here at this museum.
Is the curator around?
Or we can look around for if there's any.
I'll take a section and just look around and meet back in 15 minutes.
Why
Split
don't you
up.
Might need a little longer
Why
than
don't you
that, though. I
guys
like to read.
roll me your museum use? Hang on.
What's that?
Library use, I hope.
Let me
Or
see.
spot hidden use.
Spot hidden, please.
Yes.
That's even better. I passed.
I passed my
Okay,
hard.
so I'm rolling 2
You
rolls
fell
of the
off
same.
the balcony.
Same with these dice.
You just got to get better at rolling. Flick the wrist a little bit more.
Passed my hard.
I passed regular.
What did you roll?
79 twice.
What die?
What do you mean, what die?
Is it a D10?
No. Well, this is a D10. This is a 9. I can re-roll one.
I really wish it was a D12.
Oh, I got you.
But
I
I
thought
re-rolled
you were
one.
rolling a D20. I was just
I
making sure.
re-rolled it, and it got the same number. Because I have that
So who passed?
feature.
Mark and I.
I passed
Dr.
my, I passed
Underwood
my
and I?
hard.
So you passed your hard. So out of the corner of your eye, you see a small glass display case over in the corner. And at the same time, it catches the eye of Tenzin, and he immediately walks over there. As you approach, you see a card on the front of it. It says Alms Bowls, copper tin alloy with meteoric iron, Gandaharan era circa 3rd century BC.
What century?
Ander Deher Shakdara.
And what's in this display case? I'm sorry. bowls?
Inside the display case are bowls. The museum has marked each one with tiny reference numbers in white paint. The bowls are remarkably plain, apart from the dimpled finish, where they have been beaten into shape with a hammer. The label notes that they are made from copper tin, which I read to you. One bowl is larger than the rest of us. Their heights decrease proportionally from 6 inches down to 3 inches.
Well,
There's the RFM.
So
looks like we
Mark,
found
if
them.
your character cares, you can make an archaeology roll and determine if they contain iron or not.
Yeah, so we'll give it a twirl.
That's what you do learn a lot. So looks are anecdotally at least. Tenzin reiterates on 2 counts. Second, they're made from by the gods. Bowls is even more hallowed, he says, Boigal, and buried as termites.
Super awesome bowl.
Is not how they're supposed to be,
Well,
Is this not the bowls we're...
but they're just all wrong. They have
It's very little respect for you.
add a D6 to your archaeology.
oh, I rolled a fair.
Is there security inside the... or anybody inside the area?
There's no security.
there's the security guy outside, but also I'm just going to
So
pretend
this is in number
I didn't
5 in
hear
the
that.
rear gallery.
5
Yep.
right there. So it's all one story building. Or it's 2. Oh, it's 2. But it's
So if you look at the map in Gallery 5, the number F.
Number F.
Number F. That is where it is. I know, sacred fluids. What a great way to phrase that, huh?
Well, it's got to be something.
Well, we could inquire about renting these
Let's-
ourselves.
Rather than
Well,
that,
maybe-
yeah.
could I suggest perhaps one of you or two could run to the market, find something passable to imitate what it is, and then we do a little
Swap.
Yes, borrow it
I
for a
like
bit.
that idea.
Well, somebody here has a photographic memory, so we could
And a
ensure that we get
photograph.
something similar.
And is in fact an archaeologist. Quite. And
Yep.
I would like to stay here, in case somebody else tries to take them in the meantime. And
Yep.
you know, if violence is called for, I will deliver.
I think
I will stay with you.
I think traveling is good for me because I am not a defender.
All right.
I don't know how to nicely say that. I do not know how to
And were we
shoot.
able to? Yeah, were we able to bring like our rifles? Were we just slinging?
Oh
them?
yeah, there's no border
Love it.
crosses or
It's
there's
fantastic.
How about we
So
study
after you say this to your comrades,
Quietly,
very quietly?
the
great discretion.
a gentleman approaches you from the rear. Ah, beautiful, aren't they? Beautiful.
Actually, I found those more interesting.
He's gonna look over at the wall. The statue of Buddha.
Yes, amazing work. Very worthy of its place here. Yes, what can you tell us about these bowls?
Roll. I'm gonna give you one shot at this. Give me a luck roll because he rolled a 12 on his listen.
Oh,
Luck, just straight luck. Okay.
Or if you can figure out a way to, like, you might be a little suspicious that this guy maybe picked up a little bit of that conversation. So I'll also let you talk your way out of it if you so choose.
Well, how about I go with stealth to see how quietly I said it?
Let's do that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
68, which is actually the same as my luck, but I like
We
using the
didn't. We
stealth.
didn't say exactly what we were doing.
I succeeded with a hard.
Okay. So
But yes, yes. What were you saying?
Oh, I heard you talking about the bowls. I mean, you must be enamored with them. A lot of people are. They're beautiful pieces of a piece of. And he kind of looks over at Tenzin a little bit and gets a little. He's like, they're very. I'm sorry. Do I know you from somewhere? And Tenzin's gonna like kind of put his head down a little bit and be like, no, I've never been here before.
Do we know you from somewhere?
Me, I'm the well, let me find my spot. I'm the curator of this. What's the name of?
Peshawar Museum.
I am Mr. Suradar. I am the curator at this museum.
Oh, well, pleasure to meet you, sir. I'd be interested to know why you chose to display these items so poorly.
I was wondering if anybody was going to bring it up.
What do you mean? This display is beautiful.
So I understand that your presentation is the way that you perhaps see fit, but historically speaking, these are displayed completely incorrectly.
Well, you're only partially right here. If these were ritual bowls, this is correct. This is not the correct way to display them. However, these are alms bowls, which are always displayed mouth up. So those of you that are listening to this, you can see Tenzin getting a little irritated. So Tenzin's going to chime in and be like, "No, actually, I know for a fact that these are ritual bowls." And the curator kind of gets this this little yeah, okay, you're these people. this look on his face, like he's just going to agree with everything you say to get out of the conversation.
Okay, good.
And if I understand that if we did want to perhaps borrow the statue over here, that there is an arrangement for such?
You'd like to borrow the statue?
Yes, is there some renting of different items? Is everything available for rent, or is there...
You would have to talk to the owners, and this Buddha statue is just, I mean, we just had it made for the museum. I mean, you could purchase it if you want.
I see. So it's up to the individual owners, though.
Yes,
Not up to you.
yes.
I see.
We don't get to loan out people's items here.
So how would we contact Robert F. Moorcraft?
You could go to his home or post a letter to him. He does come in here frequently, but randomly.
Does he live in town?
Oh, yeah, he lives in town here. He's one of our better exhibit providers.
Can you direct us?
Yeah, he lives in town.
And is he also the one that owns this statue here?
The statue is owned by the museum.
Oh, excellent.
You seem very excited by...
Oh, yes. No, it's amazing. It's amazing work. It belongs in a museum.
It was
Absolutely.
actually, it was carved by one of our youngest proteges, a 7-year-old.
Oh, this isn't a historical artifact.
No, this is...
Well, I'm afraid I have a novice's eye.
It's actually, deep down inside, it's actually made out of newspapers.
Interesting. Yeah.
It's the only use for those things.
Quite convincing.
But it is wonderful craftsmanship by a child. Yes, I do agree.
Is he hanging out with us or?
Yep.
Ugh.
He's kind of doing that hovering thing.
Well, perhaps we should look around a bit more and see some of the other... Any other items we should be sure to see?
Oh, I would take your time at each exhibit. If you're enamored with Buddha here, you're really gonna love what we have upstairs.
Oh, well. Good.
That's
Yeah,
not
we-
The
fair.
8-year-olds are featured upstairs.
So I want to I'm gonna try to the awkwardness of this is you guys in the silence in between your little bits of conversation, you can hear the ceiling fan above just bzzz, it's.
Let's go upstairs then.
Oh, let me show you. Let me take you.
Dr. Underwood, do we want to run our errand?
Yeah, I think we're splitting up. We're
Yeah,
not all
I'm try-
staying
like,
together.
I'm hoping that.
Yeah, but we'll go with this guy and these
Yeah,
guys.
so as they go with the
Entertaining.
curator, then we will
Scurry on
exit the
out.
museum.
Also, are they like lock and keys locked displays, or how does that?
Yeah, they're locked with padlocks.
Oh, I thought I
So,
could pick
so
a
one
lock.
thing I want to do is, as we're, making our way wherever we have to make our way, I'm just looking to see if there's another way into this place besides the way that we came in.
So you can see just from the main area here, there is looks like a rear area where they do loading and unloading of stuff, and then the front entrance, and they're opposite of each other. Otherwise, the building's pretty simple.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go with those of you staying in the museum first. Dar's gonna take you guys around, and he's gonna show you all of these cool artifacts. And the whole time, Tenzin is correcting him on his knowledge, and he's just kind of being subtly annoyed with it, but he's too polite to correct anybody. But you can tell Tenzin is nah, this is bullshit. You guys know what you're talking about. So. Is there anything you guys want to do especially while he's doing this? Because this counterfeit market's not too far away. It's outside and around the corner.
Perhaps Cleo could look a bit around at where keys might be or records might be if you get a chance to split off.
Oh, the keys, you can hear the keys with every step that Dar takes. He's got a big fat key ring.
Dr. Underwood, I have my own.
It's one of those annoying key rings too, it's
Sounds
big
good.
and it's just got keys stacked on top of keys,
Where's the bathroom? Like, how long has it been since they got into the market? Like, can I estimate how long it's
Oh,
going to take?
the bathroom, the communal is just you go outside. It's about 3 blocks down.
Or there's no
You have a
bathroom
proper
inside the
English one here.
museum? There's none in the museum?
No. What would we need a bathroom in the museum for?
Okay, so how long have they been gone?
So,
Yeah, we can.
at what point of the tour? So you're looking at about a 45-minute tour around everything. Do you guys want to have this exchange happen?
I would like to have it happen, like, roughly when I'd expect them to be starting to come back
Okay.
from the
All right.
market.
All right.
Hopefully with goods.
Monkey Man, Eli. Yeah, you guys went, right? So you get to
Yeah,
this little bazaar, and
Being a good assistant, just
first place you stop at, give me a hard archaeology roll.
Ooh, no pressure.
I think I passed my extreme, actually.
You see 3 bowls that look almost impeccably similar. The only thing they're missing are the dimples. They could pass.
Yeah, let's get these ones.
So as you do that, the man is like, yeah, they'll be, these are authentic. They're these were dug up from the great guru's tomb, just near here. So it's 35 silver, sterling silver.
I don't know how to.
We'll assume.
Decide how much I have.
Let's assume that Victoria Cross sent you with an ample supply of cash. Would you like
well,
me to?
I mean, my credit rating is 20, so I might have that. I suppose.
my credit
I
rating
don't
is
know.
30.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
we'll make it. We'll make it. I mean, you guys you have the money. It's a lot. Like that's a lot of money.
Probably
Okay.
less than the
5.
actual ones would be. Though.
Well, so I'm gonna negotiate with him a little bit.
Good. 'cause
Okay.
I don't want
I'm
to
just
be
gonna
the one
explain. I'm gonna
negotiating.
explain to him the difference between an authentic one and what he has.
Okay. He's like, yeah. Do you want me to customize it for you? What do you want to pay for these?
Customized.
Well, I mean, they are nice, and I want you to be able to continue making your living. Why don't we say 5?
A piece.
No. How about 5 for all of them?
I'll tell you what. I'll put your initials on it for 7. How does that sound?
I don't want my initials on it.
Do you want me to put dimples on them or anything? I can do that
Dimples.
for 7. Let's go 7.
For 7 total for all of them?
Yeah, I can dress them up a little bit. We can put some dents, or I can carve some shells or something. It'll take me 5 minutes.
I really don't want you to mess with them. So we'll call it 6, and we'll take them out of here.
Okay, done. Yeah, he's gonna hand you the bowls. You hand him the silver. You guys have 3 very nice iron bowls.
That are passable as replacements.
They're very close to passable as replacements.
They don't have dimples though.
They
do
don't have the dimples. They're just smooth bowls, but they're bowls. So
That's fine. They only have to last a little while.
all right. So yeah, you guys make it back in. Or how are you hiding the bowls on your body?
Do we have
Well, so
bags?
listen. This is my plan.
Okay.
May, you tell me if you think this is crazy.
Gotcha.
So I'm gonna have Magic Man go in the front door, and I'm gonna have
Love
him
it.
go start. I'm gonna try to get him to mess around with some display that's on the other side of the museum from where we're gonna go, and then we're gonna sneak in the back, and we're gonna go exchange the bowls while they're distracted by Magic Man.
How are either one of us going to get into the display?
You don't have to. I'm coming to help you.
Well, Dr. Cross and Cleo are in there. I mean, they probably won't be occupied anymore once the distraction happens.
As long as the distraction is somewhere that doesn't have a view of this first floor area that has a view from 3 different places, 4 different vantage points.
I think you're trying to give Magic Man too explicit of instructions.
I trust Magic Man, and I like that Magic Man. He should play his role in the team, and I think this is the time to play that card.
So okay, you're in for this.
Also, we could just have 3 of us standing guard while somebody picks the lock, and we could just pretend that we found bulls that we want to sell to him that are similar. And if he walks up, we just say, "Oh, you found Magic Man." So just act like we got to be there. Supposed to be there.
Wait, so you want to go in the front door with these bulls exposed?
Oh
and
no,
act
the
like you're
sneaking
supposed
in
to
the
be there?
back sounds like a better idea. But I just mean if we get caught, pretend like we know what we're doing.
I'll leave the pretending to you.
Perfect.
Look, the more elaborate
So-
a plan, the easier to execute.
Or not.
All right.
So
But
the first thing I want to do is make sure that we can actually get in that back door.
should we tell Cleo and Dr. Cross?
Well, when she, I mean, if there's a ruckus that starts up or whatever, then that's when she's gonna go to the bathroom, and I'm gonna get very, very interested
In the Buddha.
something.
On
No, some
something
kind of actual
upstairs.
like expensive looking display with a card that isn't made by a junior apprentice. Like that looks really interesting. And I'm gonna show a lot of interest. I'm gonna ask about how to buy it and all that stuff. Well.
So Dr. Underwood, are we
So
just
he did show you a jade Buddha that he was really excited to show you.
are
There
we
you
just
go.
going to
Going
trust
deep on
are we
that.
just going to trust that they believe that the distraction noise that well, if it's Magic Man, I think they'll get the point.
I mean, we'll see.
And if they don't, we got 3 bulls we want them to authenticate.
Yeah.
Perfect. Let's do it.
So the first thing I want to do is make sure we can get in the back door.
So you approach the back door. Is that how you're checking it?
I just want to go over there and
Yeah,
see.
there's a sign on it that says door must remain unlocked during business hours.
What are their business hours listed?
No, it's unlocked. There's not that
Okay.
sign doesn't exist. That was just me being a.
Okay. So then I'm just gonna go and does this thing have like a window or something?
There
that's,
are-
like, open.
There are an abundance of windows, none of which are open. So actually, I'm going to freeze you right there. So we're going to decide where this police officer is. So we're going to say you guys are on the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 side of the building. So Anastasia, roll me a d20. Let's see if you roll a 1, 2, 3, or 3, 4, or 5.
11.
All right. Yeah, you're good. He's not there.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Are we going out the back door when we
So-
leave?
What?
I was just asking what door we're going to leave from.
We'll figure that out when
That's-
we get in there.
Perfect.
So I guess I'm just trying to decide what the easiest way to have Magic Man get into the place is. I mean, are these windows that he could open from the outside or not?
You're the magic
Yeah,
handler.
It like they don't look like they're like anything super secure. They have bars over them, but they would open.
Well, I mean, could he fit? I mean,
Yeah,
He's
he
not-
could fit through the bars and stuff. Like if you got the window open, or if he was able to, he could get in and out relatively easy.
okay. So yeah, I think we'll just go to one of the windows and on like the side and see if we can get it open to let him in there.
I'll look around to see if
So I guess I would also like to. Are you guys doing this while the other two are inside?
Yep.
Well, I
During
was gonna
business
go-
hours.
Presumably,
I'm gonna
Yes.
Okay.
And I was going to go downstairs at some point to the bathroom. But
I'm gonna look around and see if there's anyone watching us walk up to the window.
Roll your spot hidden.
I don't see anything.
Yeah, nobody's even seen that you exist.
Looks good. Just You know what? I don't even say it. I just look and I just think, looks good. I don't say it. I don't say a word. I just glance.
All right. So,
All right, let's go.
yeah, can we get him in there?
Coast is
yeah.
clear.
Roll. Give me that
Am I
animal,
animal handling?
Yep, give me that animal handling. And then you two that are in the museum, roll me that spot hidden.
Got it with a heart.
Yeah, I passed regular.
All right, so Mark, how'd your animal handling go?
I mean, I passed.
Okay, so what is Magic Man doing? He's just sneaking in. Does he have the?
Yeah, basically, no. When he goes in there, like, I don't envision that I can give him like extremely detailed ideas or things to do, but I can ask him to, like, maybe I'll pick out something that I saw that I might have noticed that he was interested in, and so I would just tell him to go and get it.
Okay.
So
let's call it a. Let's say you saw a button in there that piqued your interest, a military button. How about that?
yeah, and he'll go in there and he'll just try to get it.
You two passed your spot hidden, so you see Magic Man come into this window, wearing ninja outfit, do like a
Yes.
bunch of kung fu moves through the area, go up to this display, open it, swipe a button, do a bunch of ninja moves back to the window, and go out it. So yeah, a couple minutes go by, and Magic Man comes back with the button.
He wasn't supposed to be so healthy.
So
Maybe we should send him for the bowls.
If I'm seeing it, I'm gonna be like, this is so fascinating, but I really need to go use a bathroom. I hope
go
you're okay
ahead.
if I leave you
No,
alone
no,
for
Cleo.
a couple
Look,
minutes.
This jade statue though. How exactly could I go about purchasing it? And so I'm gonna go deep on that.
And I'm going to the
Well,
bathroom.
for 10 sterling silver, this could be yours. We can go to my office and do the paperwork right now.
Oh yes, let's do this.
Yep.
Yeah, so you.
Where's the office, by the way?
It's down by the entrance on the main floor.
Where number?
All right, so you get into the office and it's got 2 desks in it. The one that he goes and sits at is impeccably organized. There is not a butt hair out of place on this thing. However,
Magic.
across from him is a desk with a nameplate on it that reads Mr. H. Hargreaves. This desk looks like an atomic bomb went off of papers and stuff. It is piled high. The desk has virtually disappeared underneath the paperwork. He's going to pull the chair out for you. This is also owned by Mr. Moorcraft. I've been allowed to do the paperwork on his behalf, so we can get to that now if you would like.
Oh yes.
I can
yes.
also. Would you like some tea or coffee, maybe?
Does it look like he would get that from within the room?
No, he would go out to get it.
Oh no, that's yes.
Are there windows
work
to
on
the
this.
office or no?
Oh yeah, there's a
You've gone off.
yeah.
Yep.
You're out pooping.
Well, I'm not pooping. I'm
Not really.
He thinks you're pooping,
yes.
or your ladies' days have come to visit, as the kids say. So, what are you guys doing with Magic Man while you're in there doing paperwork? Magic Man brings you this button.
Can I see them when I go downstairs to the first floor? Can I see them?
no,
They're back?
you have to go out the front, and they're still outside at the back.
Oh, they're still outside, so I don't see them or the Magic Man on the first floor. Correct.
Correct. They're outside.
Well, the
Can I see them
entire
through the
goal of
window?
sending Magic Man in there was to have him as a distraction, and then we would go around the back while he was doing
there
that.
anybody-
Oh, that was the
Without the
plan.
bowl.
I thought you wanted him to go get the button.
Is there anybody?
Well,
No.
that's even better because Magic Man did the sneakiest shit you can ever imagine.
Is there anybody on the first floor right now?
No, the whole place is pretty empty.
Maybe
I'm
we
gonna
should
go try
send.
to pick the lock.
Maybe we should send Magic Man to floor number 2. Do you think he
We should
could?
have him swap out the bowl.
That sounds like the best plan.
So
You should have rolled worse.
I am gonna assume that they're back somewhere.
Just
'cause I
point to
saw
something
Magic
on the
Man.
second
Yeah,
floor.
you saw Magic Man, so you
So
can
I-
assume that
So
they're
I'm
back
going
and
to
they've got
go
a plan.
to the section that interests us, and I'm gonna try to sneakily pick the lock.
Oh, over by the.
Are we still outside?
On the actual bowls.
Yes.
All right, roll your lock picking
Oh God.
and your stealth.
What first?
You pick.
Lock picking. Oh,
Okay, why
it jumped out.
Ghosts. Reroll them.
I passed.
Okay, then you don't have to. Let's see how sneaky you are.
Okay, so
Sneaky, sneaky. This is gonna be a 99.
well, what is this? This is a
Either way, you made it.
31? Yeah, I made
It's
regular
30. Yeah.
regular stealth, regular lock picking.
Yeah, you get over there, you unlock the thing just fine, no problems.
Okay.
And we're still outside, but
Yeah.
we're doing something
So
in theory while
I'm
this is
turning
happening.
around to see if
Magic
know.
Man's coming back.
anybody's back or I can see my friends.
I mean, you can presumably see the tops of their heads out the window.
Can
How
we
far
see
is it from where I'm at?
her?
Is it on the other side?
Yeah,
or is it the same
I think
side?
they're
So
it's
here we're on this side.
they're out that same back window.
This window.
This is just take
Like the Three Stooges here.
Okay.
I really feel like you guys are creating obstacles as you go along. Perfect. You got it unlocked. Well done.
So then can I see into the office where they're at? Is the curator facing me? Like can
You can't see into their office, no.
Okay.
just
No,
watch.
I made sure to sit so that he'd be facing me, which his back to the thing. You're good.
His eyes have
Oh,
been
nuts.
So
his eyes haven't traveled much more than
Sure. If
so
I have
I'm
to
going
unbutton, I will.
There's nobody in the thing still.
no. It's a ghost town in there.
Okay,
right
I'm
now.
just gonna grab the balls and take him outside to where they are.
You can send Magic Man back in with the big ones.
I mean, I unlocked it, so I can't leave
All
it.
right, roll your stealth again.
Oh shit.
And we're not seeing any of this, so
Oh yes,
Oh.
it's great stealth. I passed a hard.
Yeah, you pull them out just fine. No alarms go off. What are you
There's
doing?
no alarms.
I know, but what are you doing? Are you handing them out the window? Are you going outside? What's the?
we can't see you. So.
Does it seem busy outside? Like, do
It's
I know
super
if it's
busy outside. It's India in the late spring.
I'm just
Well,
gonna
by
walk,
now, we
I'm
would
just
have
gonna
gone
walk
around to
out
the
with
back
them
door.
to my friends
Yep, we meet
Just-
you at the back
Okay,
door
so
by
yeah,
accident.
yeah.
to make sure I'm not.
Let's
passing
call
just-
it. Let's say you guys open the back door at the same time that the photographer steals these bowls.
Okay. So
And
we'll
I'm
do
like
a bowl swap.
replacement.
So you got you
Yeah.
know, do a bowl swap.
Yep, and I'm gonna go back very quickly and display them incorrectly,
Incorrectly.
The same way that
the
they
same
were.
that they were, which isn't correct. But
Okay.
Well, that was
and
convenient.
I would like to try to lock the thing now. Can I lock it?
Yeah, it's you just got to clip the lock shut.
Oh, that's right.
I'm gonna. Okay, never mind.
Do they look similar?
So this whole time, Tenzin's just standing in the middle of the place, like what? like watching all of this go
that
on.
feels
like,
right to me. Yeah. Hell yeah.
like he's been silently observing everything. like,
And then I'm gonna be like, "Do you want to go put the button back? Or do you want me to?"
Maybe Magic Man can put it back.
I honestly think Magic Man earned this.
yeah, I do too. I think Magic Man should keep his button.
I think so too.
So this is. I mean, apparently he served in the military.
Is he gonna? Are you gonna put it on his vest?
I don't know. Does it fit on his vest?
Oh yeah, it's just huge.
Well, if it's too,
I mean, it's like
too
the size
big,
of a
then I
quarter.
So as
We'll
soon
call
as-
it the size of a
As
quarter.
soon as we did the swap,
Oh, then
I
it
feel
would
like
fit
we
on
should,
his- then it
should
would
go
fit on his
outside.
vest.
We shouldn't be with the balls inside the building. So
Well, paperwork is done. Let me go get your jade statue.
Perfect.
we're going
I'll go
outside
along.
to make sure.
Yep.
Be clear.
You see, you walk. He walks by you with the Victoria. You're heading outside. Out the front, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Yep. You're heading out. Oh, are you done already?
Yeah, it was.
You're back already?
Well, if we didn't take a long time, then I was going to stall.
I mean, it was like a substantial amount of time, but
So this, I mean, like 15 minutes or whatever. And
Okay,
If
yeah.
I had to haggle over the price, like if it went quick, then I haggle over the price, or I correct how he spelled my name.
Okay.
Or I go.
5 times.
So-
What do you have authenticity? I'd like some. Would you have? Do you have?
yes,
what's
yes.
the-
I've got documents. Don't you?
Well,
worry.
I would like to examine them now, though.
Oh,
Yes, it's very important. So if
Yeah,
whatever
then he'll
the-
ruffle
so
through
there
his
was a long
desk
time.
and-
Like
yeah,
there's
yep.
nothing suspicious at
Okay,
all
gotcha.
that she would be back.
And I can also say that it wasn't exactly a pleasant
You
place
don't
to
have to
spend,
do that.
you
Yeah.
know,
yep.
spend a lot of time.
Well, so he's gonna go get this jade statue. It's it's a pretty cute little Buddha, about this big, pure jade.
Excellent,
Add that to your.
And I definitely didn't use my actual name for the purchase.
You
Yes,
use Mr.
a
Wagner's
cute
name.
little statue.
It's unusually heavy.
Magic Man got this military badge for free.
Are we just standing outside in the back with the bowls?
So yeah, what are you guys doing with those bowls out back?
Can we store these away in our packs somehow so we're not just walking around with bowls?
So, you get the bowls from your friend, turn around, and immediately are faced with 7 children, all with their hands out, looking at you.
Blackmail, nice.
And they're gonna point to their hands.
I'm just gonna start handing
Oh.
each of them a silver.
Magic Man's gonna hop down and give them all, slap them 5.
Roll your
gets
animal
tricked in
handling.
the
Let's
circus.
see. Let's see.
No, like I don't even think I have to. He just does this. But
Okay.
I'll-
You don't even have to roll. It's good.
I failed. I failed.
but
So he
they-
probably does it wrong.
He shits in their hands.
I was just thinking that.
I'm gonna pull out my purse and start giving them all a silver.
The big one's gonna be like, "You think silence is this cheap?"
Yep. Give him one more silver.
Oh, okay, that'll work. The kids all scatter off. Yep.
Good spot.
That's all my money.
All right, so we're leaving the museum with the bowls.
Yes.
Yep.
How's Tanzan
You
feeling
guys,
about all this?
you walk out and you go past the cop, and he's like, "Oh, have a great day."
You too. What a nice place.
Well, it turns out we were all useful in that escapade.
I think Tenzin was the best.
how's he feeling about is he confused or
You guys get outside and you get away from everything, and you get all back together. And Tenzin goes, "That was amazing."
That was totally awesome.
I can't believe that all worked. I thought for sure you were all dead.
I mean, there's
We-
just
we
one
thought
cop.
you were
Do they
dead
still
too.
cut your hands off for
So
stealing?
much skill was used.
Oh, is that what they do here? Good thing I don't speak the language.
Well, now where do we go? Let's go steal something else.
Man's got a taste for it now. That's not good.
We should probably leave before they find out what we did.
They wouldn't find out. There's balls in there.
Yep.
Well, they're not perfect replicas.
I think we should just wherever we're going to next. We should go.
Well, it's getting late in the day, so it's probably find a place to stay
The
and
night.
set off in the morning type of.
that.
And this is a fairly big city, isn't it?
It's I mean it's 3.5 miles long and 2 miles wide, so it's a beefy.
We should definitely stay.
So
next
like
door
we'll go to
end.
we'll go to the hotel that like the French go to or the Germans go to. We're not going to go to the most obvious English hotel.
That's a good point.
I also think we should find something to carry the bowls in if we don't already have something.
Yeah, backpack.
carefully wrap them in something that keeps them from breaking.
A shirt. They're made out
I mean,
of mediocre.
Tenzin's
metal.
got a satchel that they would fit in. Like,
I'm sure he'd be happy to carry those.
He's 1,000 years old, so what's not to trust?
Right?
Very good. Well, let's get a good night's sleep, and I'm going to.
We're productive today.
Yes.
So you guys check into the, let's call it the Geinzehaut Inn.
Sure.
Sounds good. Does somebody speak German?
Oh, yeah.
Speak German, maybe?
Oh, there they do.
No, I mean, does anybody amongst us speak German?
Sprechen?
English, Sanskrit, Tibetan, Chinese.
Well, what's
Hindi.
your skill? Your talent?
I can understand anything. I don't. Okay.
Yeah, so you probably can't speak it, let's say.
Well, I have language other that still isn't specified, so I don't really know what that means.
So
Does
you
it just
guys,
mean I can speak any
you get
language
to
at
the inn.
35? I think that's what that means.
You want 1 room, 2 rooms, 4 rooms, 3 rooms.
Yeah. I don't
Two,
want to split up too much, but
two for two.
Guys and gals.
we have
Well,
3 girls.
there's only one guy.
Tenzin's a guy.
Tenzin is
Oh, yeah.
technically a
So then
male.
we need.
I didn't know he had to stay
What
in the
about
hotel.
Magic
I thought he
Man?
just
Yeah.
What
So
about
I
Magic
mean,
Man?
can 3 of us fit in 1 room,
Yeah, well,
and then 2 in the other, plus Magic Man, 2.5.
so you guys get checked into your rooms, dump your stuff off. There's a hopping scene down in the basement, or not the basement, but the main level. Food, drinks, blah, blah, blah. Is that what we're doing tonight?
I would like to find a spot for bowls to hide them in the room.
With Tenzin. You can just have them.
Just have them on him. Yeah, that's a good idea. Okay. Never
Cool.
mind.
Yeah. So you guys, you go down and eat. Tenzin's with you. Roll me. Let's go with Con.
All of us?
All of
Everybody?
you. Everybody roll me a
Cool.
con.
Pass.
Pass.
Oh my god! I passed an extreme.
Ooh. So those of you who passed, notice as you're down there eating and drinking and stuff, you notice like an earthy rot smell. Like it's faint. It's coming in from the doors maybe or the windows, but it smells like rotted flesh and like damp, moist ground. Like
It's coming from the.
it's coming from
inside.
outside somewhere. Like it's coming in on the wind. It's kind of yucky. It churns your stomach a little, but not like it's just kind of yuck.
Well, I would like to go outside maybe and kind of check it out. Like,
You want to go look for the poop smell?
well, like go outside and see like if anything is going on.
Roll your spot hidden.
Should be smell hidden.
Ooh, is this a? What's the branch?
It's probably
It's a 10.
So it's 11 then.
it's a 0.
I rolled a 1.
So then, since you rolled an extreme, you notice a couple of like cloaked individuals, like maybe doing things that they they're out of place.
By the hotel.
They're just out. There's 3 of them.
Are they by the where are they?
They're just off, like down the street, kind of around the corner a little bit. Like you see one of them go around the corner. Like,
Can I stealth around and get closer and see what they're doing?
you want to go off by yourself?
Shocker.
Absolutely. Yeah, you go around the corner. No one to be seen. The strong, gross smell. So roll me another con.
I know. Are they gone?
Roll me another con.
27. Pass.
Yeah. You resist the urge to vomit because of the smell, but it's
Do I think
strong.
it's from them? So they just gone?
You tell me what you think. I don't know.
So I saw those guys and I went closer. Like, what kind of weather is it? Is it like dirt ground? Like, can I see where he went? Can I
Roll your track.
Aw. No, I failed.
You just see some animal prints and stuff on the ground.
Okay, and they were all cloaked the same.
Yep. Strong, gross, yucky smell.
Well, I'm gonna come back and relay all of this to my friends. Disgustingly smelling individuals outside doing some shenanigans. I tried to follow them, but they disappeared into thin air, what seemed like.
Shenanigans?
How many were there? 2?
3.
3.
3 cloaked figures, and they just seemed... I just had a bad feeling about it, and the stench is just...
Tenzin, does this sound like anything to you?
I can't even eat anymore.
You okay?
Give me a beer though.
That
Oh,
sound
I
your
don't.
stomach.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I couldn't tell you any. I don't know. Homeless, maybe. I hear that term thrown around a lot.
Cloaked though.
Yeah.
All right, so you guys are doing your food. The smell doesn't really go away, but
Did Tenzin leave his stuff in his room, or are the?
no, he had them
Yeah,
with him.
on
I
him.
believe, Yeah.
Want them
Okay.
on. Well, I
You
think
guys-
we must be. Keep your weapons close.
I think so. I just have a
dealt
bad
with
feeling.
some supernatural things, mirrors where you can see lakes that aren't there, and there were those mischievous things in the other place.
That's true.
They might be able to sense these bowls.
Oh,
I know it sounds
might be.
mad, but
you might be right. It's just nauseating.
so I'm on high alert.
Smell doesn't go away.
It lingers.
I'm like paying attention to, like, is there a nice silver candlestick or something like that if I have to beat the crap out of something.
There definitely is.
Yeah, perfect.
So yeah, you guys. Rest of the evening goes on rather uneventful. Smell still lingers. You can head up to your rooms, and we can fast forward to the morning if you so choose.
So before we go up to our rooms, I would like to open the door again. I'm just gonna peek and see if I see any of those figures or anything again.
Roll your spot hidden for. You're just looking in your room before you go in.
No, outside the door, the outside door that I walked out of before.
Oh yeah.
Just open it and see if they're back there, if there's anything else. 35.
You don't see anything.
Wait.
Doesn't matter.
I can reroll.
Doesn't matter.
Okay, but I
Well,
passed my.
given these lurking figures, perhaps we only
Keep
we
one.
have 2 rooms, but let's only use one, shall we?
That might not be a bad
Stay
idea.
together.
Should we
and-
try to keep watch or
I
something?
think so. I think yes.
It's just I don't feel good about. We could still get a decent amount of sleep if we take
yes.
turns.
Yes.
We're gonna do that. All bunk in one room.
Sleepover.
So you guys are going into one room.
Yes, and we're going to also one of us is gonna stay up.
Well, we're gonna take turns.
Take turns, yeah.
All right. Let's. You guys go to bed. Who's staying up first? First
Me,
shift.
because I'm just-
Roll your Constitution. Let's see if you are able to stay awake.
Definitely not.
So you drift off asleep shortly after midnight, and you guys are awoken to Tenzin yelling, "Stop! Stop!" And you see 3 men grabbing at the bag Tenzin's holding.
All of us are waking to this.
Well, you wakes all of you subtly. There's 3 hooded figures. The room is rancid. So I need a con roll out of everybody.
Made it. Hard.
Hard pass.
Fail.
Pass.
Mark pass. So you are last. You are succumbed to the scent and are now vomiting your
Yep.
brains out.
I'm using my rifle button. I'm gonna crack one right on the back of the head.
Roll your fighting
Crack.
brawl. Fighting brawl.
Got it.
All right. Yeah. Roll some damage.
Would that be a D6 for a club or a D8?
I think it's a 6 for a club. Plus your damage bonus if you have one.
7.
Yeah, you crack this little, and it makes kind of this weird sucking sound when you hit it. Kind of little. There's a
Not
little
satisfactory?
give. Yeah, it's not real. Also, roll me a spot hidden while you're doing that.
Yep.
So as you crack, this thing in the back, it kind of whips around a little bit, and this leather strapped medallion comes out, and it's got looks like a spiral symbol on a coin.
Okay.
And after you crack this thing in the back of the head, all three of them kind of in unison stop trying to pull this bag from Tenzin and jump out the window and run off.
Oh.
Those are the ones. Because I'm still
I'm gonna
puking.
try to.
Well, okay, they jump out the window. I guess. Well, it's not their turn to run off yet, but their reaction is to all jump out of the window and.
So they opened our window.
Yep, they came in through the window when the sentry fell asleep.
My reaction was try to tackle one of them. Yep, little old May. That's what she can try to do.
Roll your fighting.
Hell
brawl.
yeah. I run past them like a football player, and I hit the wall in front of me, and I'm a little dazed.
May dives and just slips in your own urine.
You know what? I think I do that. Really, I get up and I just completely face plant forward like Superman.
Do I have an action or am I still puking?
I'm lying on the floor.
You're not going to get an action, unfortunately, because you are.
Overcome by.
How about me or Underwood?
You bopped the one. So Underwood, if you'd like to do a thing.
I mean, do I notice that they got in through the window?
Yeah, I mean, they got in and that's where they just leapt out of. So you're assuming that that's where they came in from because it was opened.
Oh, okay. So they're already out the window, is what you're saying?
Yep. They all clambered out together.
I don't really want to go chase them, I don't think. So.
All right. So you get to go.
Me?
Yep, if you want to do anything.
Get him. I'm on the ground.
So this is probably
little
not going to
winded.
work out, but where is it? I'm gonna try to throw one of my lockpick things into them as they're getting out the window, like as they're.
It's not going to hurt.
It's like a pencil.
You got to throw something at him,
Yeah,
like a lamp, maybe.
that might be better.
You could shoot him.
All right, roll your throw.
I could shoot him, but then it's middle of the night.
Pretty loud.
You got 3 bullets. There's 3 of them.
I know. It's very tempting.
Roll your throw.
My throw is pretty low, so it's probably not gonna
Get him
work
with
out.
your ninja stars.
That's what I'm saying. Like I want to pick out something sharp
She's
out
got
of my
ninja
lockpick
stars.
thing, and like,
You want to throw it like a dart?
yep,
All right, throw it.
no.
It's May on the ground.
So you throw this little pin at him, and it hits the wall and clambers to the ground.
Yeah.
And as the two of the 3 run off, one of them turns to the window, and you guys see these beady red glowing eyes. And it growls. The gate must open. The children of fear command it. And it runs off.
Is it a humanoid or face is not humanoid?
The face was shrouded in darkness, but you could see beady red eyes.
Well, they must serve the Kalula King. Or the King of Fear. Which one is the bad one?
The king of fear is back.
Maybe I should have pulled out the rat crown and showed it to him.
We don't talk about that.
I still have the rat crown.
Well, they
So-
must serve the King of Fear.
So he runs off. Tenzin's a little unhappy with the events.
So
The room is putrid too.
let's go to the other room. that
Oh,
we have.
great idea. Do we still have the bulls, Tanzan?
Yeah, they did not get him from him.
Do you know who they might be, Tanzan? Obviously, on the other.
Well, you saw the eyes, right?
Yes. What are they?
They had to have been flesh eaters.
Flesh. That sounds made up.
Lose a D3 of sanity, everybody that heard that, please.
If it's a 5 on a D6, is it?
3.
Oh yeah, yep. Sorry.
Oh, good. I lost 3 more.
I do not like it where I'm going with this.
The thing is, it's Pulp Cthulhu, so it's not that bad.
Yeah.
You just get new abilities when you get crazy enough.
Mm-hmm.
You get better.
It's
You do.
You,
things.
yeah, you do.
You
Yep.
do. That's great.
So
What?
Flesh
what,
eaters.
Yes. What's a flesh eater? What is?
as we're in
They're
the new room.
servants of the king. They're rotted, disgusting, foul, demon abominations.
And they cross into this world through the whatever that was.
Oh, they were born into this world, but they're mutilated and mutated by evil.
Is there a way to dispose of them?
Shoot him in the head.
Okay.
Do you know what shooting is?
Well, that thing that she has
Okay.
fires the small rock, puts holes in things.
That's
Excellent.
The rock flare.
I can do this thing as I
The
imagine can you.
slingshot.
Shoot them in the head.
A little bit.
Consider it done.
Yeah.
Well, I recommend tomorrow we set off first thing to get out of this town. If they're on to us here,
I also
They won't
recommend somebody
stop.
else takes watch because I can't do this anymore. I've been puking and smelling things and falling asleep.
I'm up.
I'm up, except probably with a concussion.
Yeah,
the-
my
the-
head
the
hurts. I
rest
should
of
not
the-
go to sleep.
the rest
should
of
not
the
go to
night
sleep.
goes by
Oh.
just fine. No, you guys are not
Well,
molested at
Another
all.
thing that I would like to ask Tanzan, it could be in the morning.
But I have a black
that
eye.
meant, what the gate must open, the children of fear command it.
You know what that means.
We do.
Yep, you're trying to stop the gate from opening.
Who are the children of fear?
That's the servants of the king.
Ah, okay.
Well, I recommend we go to Sitvana first thing tomorrow. We need to head out immediately.
Agreed.
We can assemble the components to build these musical instruments, and we'll be one step closer to closing the gates of Agratha.
Yes, being gone before they discover the ruse with the bowls would be good.
Yeah, where is that's not on this map, is it?
Sitvana.
Further?
Should be. Maybe not that map.
Sringar? Simla?
Nice, Gabo.
We definitely don't want anyone to find out that we stole a military badge either.
As he is wearing it.
It belongs to Magic Man. He earned that.
Well, I don't know if we've embroidered it on badge actually
Where are we
signifies
heading out?
at
What's
some
it called?
point.
Sitvana.
Sitvana.
So what's our next
So-
move? I don't remember. I remember that we were
Musical
looking for the
instruments.
balls. We're looking for them, or we're looking
Have
for
to
parts.
make them, yeah.
Do we remember what parts were? Like, what do we even know about that?
Probably written here someplace.
You guys want to stop here for this week? This is a good stopping point.
What time was that?
I'm
10:30.
satisfied to stop.
Yeah, it's 10:30. So let's pause here for this week. We've got some rewards to go over for you guys.
Ooh,
So you survived the Tamalakan Desert in this event, so you are all going to gain a D4 of sanity. You survived the mountain crossing, so you'll gain another D4 of sanity.
do you have a D4 in these dice?
It's right there.
Oh, thank you. So wait, 2 D4s of sanity?
Hey, that's not so bad.
I gained 4,
I gained
Six.
3.
Six.
so I'm 1 higher than I was at the start of the session.
Nice. You are all going to get a -1 on that column I had you start on the back for killing Hasina.
So
it's
we
in
have
the -1 column.
another negative one.
Another -1.
These are just mystery columns, or should we label these in some way?
So we have
karmic
two negative ones or
balance is
just
what
one?
those are.
Karmic balance.
Yep.
So we have 2 negative ones or just 1?
You guys
Four.
should you
I
should
have
have
four.
4
Four at this
total.
point.
Yep.
But 1 + 1.
Wait. What?
I think
I
you
thought we were
you,
supposed to write down
you may
3
have
in each
missed.
column.
Yeah, yep. So you guys should have now you should have 4 negative ones and 3 positive ones.
3 positive ones?
Okay. Got it.
You successfully recovered the bowls, so you can gain a D6 to any skill.
Ooh, I'm gonna definitely put that into my handgun.
I'm gonna go with brawling. 2.
I'm up to 30. I'm gonna be a sharpshooter soon.
And then you can also add a D6 to any of your base skills at the top there.
Oh, the characteristics.
Yep.
All right, I'm gaining 6 to my
Twice.
persuade.
Persuade.
Well, because I
That's fair.
convinced the guy that to make the moles cheaper.
True.
And then we gain a D6 to our core characteristics, one of them.
One of them, yep.
Oh, I got a 6, and I'm going to put it into appearance as people are starting to see Victoria in a different light.
They are. That man was enamored with her breasticles.
Mm.
I'm going to gain a 2 to my con because
They describe him as
successfully-
pervy in the book.
I'll take it.
because I successfully did not throw up at the stink guys.
Ooh, good idea.
I gained a 1 to my strength because I think that Superman dive strengthened me. Definitely didn't do anything for my appearance.
Never does.
I should gain something to my appearance because of the picture that Jeff created of my character. But
What is your appearance?
like 45.
Okay.
Watching. We will be back next Sunday, right?
I probably won't be able
Okay.
to. If
We'll
I
be to be determined.
Just film
Thanks
on
for
a different
watching.
day.